What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Positive Black Space. I am Tiffany, and I am so glad that you decided to join me today. If you are a new viewer, please, if you like the content that we have to offer, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you are a returning family, I want to say thank you for joining me again. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you won't miss not one of our uploads. I am so excited just to come and talk to you today about a topic that's been on the top of my head because we've been doing our Take the Leap series here on the channel, and it's been amazing. Like, I've just learned so much in about people that I actually know and I'm close to and I've known for years, but just when I sat down and had conversations with them, I learned so much from them. I learned new things. Like, I was just like, wow, you went through that or you experienced that. It's just been amazing. So their stories have inspired me in such a major way. And I was so privileged and honored that they all said yes and they were willing to come and just talk to us and just give their input and insight just from telling their stories. And I thought it was amazing. And I hope that it was inspiring to you if you've watched them. If you haven't, I'm going to put some of the episodes in the card so that you can go back and take a look. I really believe that you will enjoy it. I believe that you will grow. I believe that it will inspire you. I believe that you will gather so much, knowledge from each story. Everyone's different. They're, in age and things that they're doing in life. All of those things are all different, but I believe that you can gather and learn from, I believe we can learn from anyone in life. I truly believe that. And so when I was thinking about that, I was thinking about, um, I had posted a post on my IG and Facebook, on our IG and Facebook page, which is at the Positive Black Space. Now would be a good time to pause the video, go over there. If you're not following me or following at the Positive Black Space, you should. Like, we have great content there, and just where I can just touch you every day and just we can have interaction and connection and talk. And I wanted to just share my thoughts on a topic that has a lot to do with um with the Take the Leap series. There's moments of frustration that we do face, like in trying to do something positive, trying to do something big to change our lives. Man, like, you have moments of frustration like that comes up. And so I just wanted to give you like my little tidbits or tips on how I deal with that and what it looks like to just move through those moments. And so I'm just thinking about that. I was just like, man, there's so many things that's frustrating and hard to deal with at times. And just even during this week, I have to be very honest and transparent. Like, I've dealt with some tough issues and tough things that come up, and I lost a loved one. And I haven't been really feeling that well, and just working through all of that. And trying to get, content together and get everything, done. It's been frustrating at times. And so I was thinking, and I actually was looking through, some pictures to share for content on IG and Facebook, and I saw a picture on there, and it was a frustrating moment. It's a picture that my husband actually captured behind the scenes of recording, um, attempting to record my first video for YouTube. And it was the second time that I had to record. It was crazy getting that first video done. Things just kept happening. The first video had to be scrapped. Well, it wasn't scrapped. It was accidentally deleted. And that was just like, oh my God. And so I just had to push through that and record again. And when I recorded again, that moment was the frustration of having that video deleted was just like, in my mind, I was trying to get everything perfect, trying to figure everything out and get everything right. And it just was not happening. And so I had to push through that moment there in the picture. I'm just taking a breath, like he caught me like breathing. And I was like, wow, that's a powerful moment. And I want to share it and be as transparent, because as much as I preach positivity and, being positive, which I believe I am and I strive to be, I also like to be transparent about moments that are not so good, because we all have them. And it's important for us to share. I believe important for us to tell the truth about how life, takes us on journeys and ups and downs, peaks and valleys. So, um, I was like, man, like that's something that's really deep. And I really thought about like every person that I talked to thus far in the Take the Leap series. They all had frustrating, moments and setbacks and things that they had to overcome. And I thought I would just come and talk about it with you. And so the first thing I want to share is, let it be a moment. Number one, let that frustrated moment be just that, a moment. And I say that because there was there's this quote or saying that I don't know if I got it from a movie. You guys let me know in the comments if you heard this before. I'm not one to just claim something for myself like I'm that creative. I mean, I'm creative, but I didn't come up with this particular thing. And it was a quote that says, "You have bad moments, but don't have a bad day." And I thought that was like fabulous. Like I was like, listen, I'm taking that on, taking that ideology, taking that thought process on. Like I'm not gonna not do it. Like I want to take that on and really take that as a thing to really gather and be a part of my thinking. And I say that because we can let a frustrating moment go longer than it needs to. Like, listen, let that moment be just that moment. Don't let that carry you. Don't carry that frustrating feeling all throughout the day, days and days to come. I know that some people deal with, different things that can trigger their anxiety. All these things, I'm not insensitive to those issues, but I'm just saying, like, to everyday people that don't really have anxiety problems or anything like that, sometimes we can over dramatize, overreact, and make something bigger and harder than it needs to be. And so I thought about that. I was like, listen, like you have to take that moment for just that moment. Leave it there. Let it acknowledge it, leave it there. And that flows into my second thought is number two, acknowledge that you're frustrated. Like don't act like it didn't exist. Don't act like, okay, no, I'm not frustrated in this moment, like whatever. No, you are. Like it is a frustrating thing that happened. Like that's reality. Things happen. Like we're not um dealing with a non-reality issue. Like come on. Like we get frustrated. But acknowledge it, and when I acknowledge it, then I can just say, okay, this is what it is. Now I can move forward. I can go beyond this moment because I've acknowledged it. And said like, I'm frustrated, but I can go past this. Like I can move forward, and I'm not going to be oblivious to my feelings. That's just the truth. um so that was the second thing. And then third, breathe. Like breathe through it. Listen, and I'm not giving you some new age guru type of ideology here. I'm just telling you what I believe really does work, um and has worked for me. You can take it, leave it. Of course, we don't agree with everything anybody ever says. Who does? But I don't know why my nose keeps running. I'm sorry, excuse me. Um, but breathe. Let that moment be a moment where you take a deep breath, inhale, exhale, move forward. Like, listen, I'm frustrated, I'm tired, or whatever the case may be. Just take a breath and just say, okay, let me take a moment here. After I've acknowledged what I feel, let me breathe, let me shake it off so that I can move forward. And once you do that, you realize how much lighter you feel in the moment. Like when you take that time to acknowledge it and then say, okay, I'm going to move forward. And for me, I breathe, I pray, I ask God, help me. I need your help. I'm a believer. So, as a believer, that's my like go to, and it helps me. Um, that's the second thing. Just like that's the third thing. Like just breathe through it, right? Fourth, I want to tell you, learn the lessons. Like, listen, let that frustrating moment teach you something. Don't let any moment in your life be in vain, the good or the bad, or in the in between where you're just okay or whatever. Let it teach you. So don't miss the lesson, because listen, life is short. All right. Life is a vapor. As we see in the world, we're seeing people leave this earth so quickly, so unexpectedly for us, because we don't know the day nor the hour. We don't know when someone's going to go and leave us, or when we're going to leave here. So not to take the opportunity to let every moment teach us is a moment wasted. It's time wasted. So take that time to just say, okay, this frustrating moment, what am I supposed to learn in this moment? What am I supposed to gather? What thoughts, what new way of thinking or new way of doing things or whatever? What am I supposed to learn in this moment? Let it teach you. Let grow. You're gonna grow. Oh my God. Like, I know you hear this all the time, and this might not be anything new to some people, but you're gonna grow. You're gonna grow by leaps and bounds. I'm telling you, when you go through a frustrating and a very hard situation, you grow like you never knew you could. Those are the most growing moments in my life, when I had to deal with something tough and I realized like how strong I was. I realized how smart I am. All of those things that you throw by the wayside or you take for granted, you learn in that moment. So I want you to grow. Like, don't allow yourself to feel inadequate, to feel like you're not able to, not inadequate, but don't allow yourself to fall prey to not growing. Don't let the frustration overtake you to where you don't think about, what am I going to learn from this moment? Because every moment counts. And let it marinate in your heart and your spirit. And finally, after you learn and grow, do not let any frustrating moment impede your progress. Because I know things happen that are just like, oh my God, like why? Like, why is this here? Like, why is this happening to me? Whatever, don't let that impede the progress. If I had allowed like the things that happen with, the videos and all these stupid things that came up, if I allowed that to stop me, I wouldn't keep moving forward. I wouldn't see growth in my life. I wouldn't see growth on the channel. I wouldn't be able to bring to you the very goal and dream and idea that was placed inside of me in my heart. I wouldn't see it happen because I've allowed that frustrating moment to impede the progress and the growth and to move forward. Like, no, I'm not going to let nothing stop me. And I encourage you, like I implore you, like, do not let not one wasted moment stop you. Wasted, frustrated, don't let one frustrating moment stop you from going forward, from impeding your progress. You have so much to do, so much inside of you, so much potential, and you are going to be great. You can be great. Don't let anyone else tell you that you aren't. That's a whole nother topic for another day. Negative people, like, you don't have time for them. Okay. It's like, shoe fly, don't bother me. I'm not being bothered with you. Okay. Like, what do we do with flies? We shoo them. Okay. So some real stuff, like, you don't have time for that. Like, you literally don't have to. It was crazy because the other day I was at church, and my leader, our apostle, said something that was so powerful. And she said, you don't have to explain, don't waste time explaining your destiny to history people. Drops mic, okay? Like, don't waste your time with them. That's a whole nother topic. We'll go on. I know I went on a tangent, but I just, sometimes you just got to move in what you're feeling in your spirit. And I just want to encourage you, like, it's important. Like, don't let anything impede your progress, because people are frustrated. They add to frustrating moments. And if you allow yourself to be overcome by that feeling, you won't move forward. You won't seek success. You won't see your goals accomplished. You'll be stuck. I know some of us that know, we have friends, family members that are still talking about the same issues that they've been dealing with for the last 10 years. And you're like, dude, ma'am, uh, 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 it's 10 years. Like, are you serious? Like, are you for real? And it's not an easy thing sometimes to get over things. I'm not discounting that, but you're like, okay, but you're stuck there. Are you going to let that keep you frustrated, keep you bitter, keep you angry, keep you in the same mindset? Come on. Like, it's time to move forward. So let's do that. Let's move forward. So I hope this, really helped you. I hope this is something that you can take the little nuggets that I gave you. Of course, take what works for you. Everybody's different. Everyone thinks differently. I don't expect everyone to think the same way. Who does? That's crazy. Like, I don't understand people when they feel like, I don't know why. I hope you didn't hear my mom laughing. It's frustrating moments. I'm recording and you're making noise in the background. Anyways, but I'm pushing through. Like, you know what I mean? Like, life lessons happen for us right in the middle of doing something. Hello. So I hope that you could gather something from everything that I was able to bring to you today, my little nuggets of wisdom and things that knowledge I've gathered over time. And I hope it helps you, inspires you. And I really hope that you are being inspired by these, that you're being inspired by these stories, and that people, that you're connecting with the people and what they have to bring, and that we're able to, build an environment. I'm so glad that I was able to build a family and an environment where we are supporting one another, that we are really tearing down that narrative that Black people are not supporting one another, that we're not doing positive things, that we're not about our business, because we are every day. And so I'm really excited to bring, these stories to you, and I hope they're helping you. Please let me know in the comment section, what was your favorite video? What did you gather from it? What did you take from those moments of watching, and what did you learn, if anything, or what did you didn't learn? I mean, just be respectful, be kind, of course. But we're into all feedback. So, with that, I just want to say thank you so much for sticking this out with me to the end and just hearing my thoughts on the topic of frustration. I know this is a frustrating time for us. Just as Black people in general, I know that we constantly are bombarded with images, and just every day it's something new in regards to our community. And we can tend to allow those frustrations to come in our hearts and our minds, and it can be a weight if we allow it to be. We don't have to. We can fight the good fight, stand for justice, be positive people still in the midst of all of this. Don't feel like you can't be positive and keep dreaming and keep going for your goals just because we're being bombarded with so many things in our community, because I know it's happening, and I really think this is a prevalent and important topic, because many of us are feeling this. Like, many of us are feeling that way. And so I just want to encourage you to push through it. It's going to be okay. It's a moment in time. It's what we have to experience right now, but we will push through it and move forward. So I'm so glad you came to join me today, and that you allowed me to just give you my little tidbits of information and my little nuggets of wisdom. I hope it helped you, inspired you, caused you to grow. Please join us on our social media platforms at the Positive Black Space on Facebook and IG, where I can reach you and talk to you. Also, don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell. We would love to have you join and be a part of the family if you're new here. If you're not, thank you for coming again. I appreciate you. You know what? The world is a very crazy, crazy place. We know this, but it is always, always, always good to be positive. And to all my Black queens and kings out there, stay beautiful, stay Black, stay bountiful, and stay blessed. I'll see you later.